Did you watch the Grammys last night?
I did not. Did you?
I did. I wasn't planning on it because I never plan on watching these things. And then slowly they turn, they get me sucked in. And I'm like, I usually record and then fast forward through all of the ratchet thing, the people I don't know, just fast forward. Oh, I know this person. And because the Grammys has become like this, who are these people for me? I'm at that age where I don't know anybody. So, but this Grammys, Renee Seiler, I knew everybody except for maybe 3 people.
Oh,
and Madonna, because I ain't recognize her. Who the hell is what has she done?
So that's when I do see a lot of people complaining online talking about that this isn't really music, and music was what we heard in, in the 70s and the 60s. And I thought, I may not love all of the music. I do kind of sample it and listen to it and whatever, but I don't ever want to be that person who's like, oh, that's not music, get off my lawn. That's not, I never want to be that person. So
well, I'm okay. Yeah. I'm that person, and I'm good with it. I love myself enough to be okay with being that person to say that they didn't ruin the 50th celebration of hip hop, but they could have cut the last 5 minutes off because I don't know who them people are. I know. And the fact, even Smith agrees, and he's a millennial. I'm like, first of all, the fact that you had to bleep. Now imagine this. You done brought everybody in from Public Enemy to Run DMC to Queen Latifah to Busta Rhymes to that. I mean, everybody came in. He brought Nelly up there. I was like, everybody. I'm like, I know the song. I got up. Missy came out with a mask on. I was like, I knew I love Missy. Now she got a mask on because she know them reckless rappers are her friends. They out there catching the COVID. And she's like, I ain't gonna catch the COVID for no 50th anniversary. I'm gonna come out with my mask. I'm gonna get your freak on and get off and go on with my church finger. I was dancing. I did the Running Man. I did the WAP, and I know the WAP wasn't even out there, but this is dances I know. And then they brought on these kids, and it was like bleepity bleep, 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 bleep. I was like, I don't know what they're saying, but the censors are bleeping them because they didn't get the memo that ain't hip hop.
Yeah. If
you can't expect, Rakim came out. Come on. I was like, this is for real. This is for real. The LL, of course, it was nice. It was nice to watch all of the peoples on the stage, passing the mic to each other, passing the baton. All right, yeah, come on, Salt and Pepper. Come on out. Come on, let's go. It was nice. It was just really nice, so until the end. With the girls twerking. I was like, ain't nobody was twerking before you, ma'am. But nobody twerking.
Yeah, I would throw my back out for certain. Nope.
I'm gonna reserve comment. You can practice those moves, Renee, in the privacy of your home. It ain't nobody's business.
I would throw my back out while practicing.
Oh, I enjoyed the Grammys last night, and then I got sucked in. Not that I got sucked in, because I sucked my own self in. I don't know. That sounds terrible, but whatever. Mind your business. I got in. Shut up, Smith. Tweeting. And the problem, Renee Seiler, is I'm usually, I tweet with intention.
Okay.
Except after 10 p.m.
Oh boy. Yeah. And then you just get reckless.
I turned into a gremlin. So I was trolling people. I was like, is Rock wearing a camisole? Like, what the hell? And then Harry Styles, is this a camisole era? Is this the new fashion for men? What is happening? And why is Harry Styles winning everything when all he's doing is a worse version of Aha from the 90s? like, can he sit? Like, what is happening?
You didn't say Aha.
Aha, you remember Aha? Take on Me?
I do.
Yes. That's all he ain't as good as them.
Really, you that's where you feel Harry Styles is, where he didn't you think
Smith
As It Was such a great summer bop song?
I'm going to play the summer bop song. You come from the Aha era, as I do. Boy George, Coach Club, your rhythmic, sweet dreams. Like we come from an era where it was like music. They called it soft rock or whatever, but it was good. Journey. Those of us who are culturally fluid. We can listen to, everything from John Cougar Mellencamp to the Sugar Hill Gang. Like we're not limited. So I'm not coming from a culturally tiny space. I've sampled it all. when I hear Harry Styles, this is what I hear. Oh yeah, perfect pitch, but I don't brag about it till just now. I usually don't brag about my perfect pitch. I don't be flexing the stuff I could do. I just keep it to myself till I need it. You know, shoot, it's a vulgar display.
You must
when
be
you
fun
just
at parties.
no, I'm actually
just
not. I'm in the corner. In my head,
yeah.
In my head, I'm a lot of fun because everybody in the room is getting roasted, but I'm in the corner roasting everybody to myself. Yup, that's me. Don't ask me though. All right. So that happened last night, 50th anniversary of hip hop. It was beautiful until the very end. They also, Viola won an EGOT, won a Grammy, which she should, because that book, did you read you did read Viola's book, right?
Yes.
Whew, yeah. I didn't listen to it. You listened to it?
Yes. Amazing. Yes,
okay.
Her voice. Wow.
Yes. Well, yes. All right. Well, so she accepted her award last night, and we'll play a little bit of that. Play it, sis.
I wrote this book to honor the 6-year-old Viola, to honor her life, her joy, her trauma, everything. And it has just been such a journey. I just EGOT. Thank you. Harper's Collins, Lavelle Levette, you epitomize sister friend, and really to everybody who was a part of my story. And the best chapter yet, my loves, Julius, Genesis, you are my life and my joy. You're the best chapter in my book. Thank you.
Harper's Collins. They were like,
yeah,
our name. That's all right. We just gave you a lot of money, but that's
right.
You say what you want, Viola. You say what you want. You got the EGOT.
Yeah, she probably sold a bunch of books last night too.
As she deservedly so. Now I'm gonna just talk to you, just me and you talking, writer to writer. Okay. It needed a good edit. I ain't gonna say what I would, some little organization, but the story, it's one of those things. It was raw, like she wrote it herself.
Right.
Like you could tell when there's a ghostwriter.
Yes. Things
flow differently. She was like, she poured out everything on the page.
Yeah.
And then the next chapter. And then the next chapter. I was like, y'all could have taken from chapter 3. Like, this is like, I'm sitting there with a pen, but I was like, the story's powerful. Go get the book. All right. I'm in the mood today. I guess y'all could tell. Don't call with no nonsense because you're going to get all of it. I'm just saying, like, anything could be said. Anything.
Wow. So we're going right to 10 p.m. right now.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't leave because I stayed up till like 2:00 in the morning. I was writing. So I'm watching the Grammys, trying to finish this book, which is why I know what organization. It's tough because stuff has to link and make sense. You're telling a complete story. Yeah. You got to hook people from the last chapter into the next. You got to bring something, save it for later, come back, reference it here, come back to it later. So then it's like, I can't even believe, it all ties in nicely. So I'm sitting there trying to organize this thing. And I was like, my goodness, this is torture. This is torture.
Let me go back. I need to go back and look at what you were tweeting late at night.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It wasn't the worst. There are people like I'm purposefully not too harsh or ratchet on Twitter because I've been told my emails are very, terse and harsh. So I don't bring all of that to the Twitter sphere because there's no back and forth. It's not really like you're having a conversation. So it was just me throwing things at people's heads. And that's not what I want to do. So it was fun. It was good natured. I don't think I was too cruel or mean. I think Rock can take me calling his shirt a camisole. I think he's strong enough a person to receive that.
I actually liked what Harry Styles had on last night. You didn't like the
whether
crystals or whatever
Swarovski crystal camisole
down. Yeah. It was like a jumper, right? That one.
I don't have to like it. I'm just
you didn't like it. I like
no, it. I'm not that I did like it. I wouldn't wear it, but this is what I was thinking when I saw Rock. Taurians to me are not good dressers as a Taurian. And don't be mad. Y'all know y'all can't dress. I know we're not fashion plates. So I'm just like, somebody dressed you and you're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have an opinion on fashion because that ain't my thing. I would wear the same thing every day, every single day. I don't want to have to think about my outfit. I got way too many things going on. That said, I have opinions. I wouldn't, I'm just saying that looked like a camisole to me. If you like a camisole, then I love it. Enjoy it. I know Harry Styles, whoever's styling him, they like him to skirt this androgynous line. Yeah. And some people were bothered by Beyonce's acceptance speech because she shouted out the LGBTQ community. And somebody was like, what about Black people? I said, well, it's sort of like when people say save the whales and you say, well, what about the rest of the fish? Well, the whales are endangered. I said, so Beyonce was speaking love to a part that's hated in this country. She was speaking love to hate. She don't got a problem with, Black people as her fans. That's not a put upon, in terms of her fandom, but that's not a problem for her. Do you know what I'm saying? She was giving love to hate. She was feeding love to hate. I don't know why you would be mad about that because she shouted them out specifically. But okay.
I mean, that's the same argument that people use when that's the All Lives Matter crowd, yes. When you say Black Lives Matter, well, what about, and you're like, but that's, and also I loved it because she was saying her Uncle Johnny was a big influence and on her and was an integral part, even though he's no longer here on this earth, but an integral part of her musical development and this album. So why do people always have to have a thing? Why is there always a thing to hate? I don't get it.
Because in this world, I can't answer. I don't know the answer to that, Renee Sala, because I'm like, if it doesn't apply to me, why am I bothered by it? Mm-hmm. Her Uncle Johnny, who she talked about in her speech, died from complications of HIV and AIDS. So she was making a specific, and she was emotional about it because Uncle Johnny must have been really, really somebody that she loved immensely. And he's not here anymore because of a disease that ravaged the gay community. And what the hell? Why are you? Well, what about Black people? What about men? She didn't say nothing about men. Oh my God, she married but it's like y'all doing way too much for no reason.
That's like sitting up at night. They got to sit up at night and think about things to hate. Hate on.
I'm sure Lizzo got a lot of backlash from people mad. Lizzo, and by the way, Beyonce made history last night. She broke her all-time Grammy record by a single performer. She took home her 32nd Grammy of her career, 32. And she is tied. She had tied somebody named George Solti. Who is that? Who's George Solti?
Oh, he's an orchestra leader, I think, a conductor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Renee.
I think. Did you say she tied him?
She had tied him, and then she passed him last night with her 32nd. She was tied for 31, and she won best R&B song, which I don't agree with that. She's pop. The R&B is something real specific, but she's crossover. Beyonce ain't R&B. Beyonce's everything. But I get if this was the one category, you know how they do that thing. Yes, you are correct. 1969, George Solti became music director of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, a post he held for 22 years and apparently got a lot of Grammys as a result of him being this orchestra leader. Born in 1912. Let me see what else. He's a Hungarian British person, Budapest. He was born in Budapest and died in France. Okay, thank you. Grammy Awards for Best Opera Recordings and more.
Okay.
So Lizzo became the first Black woman to win Record of the Year since Whitney Houston. I might feel some ways about it because I don't put them in the same category, but I'm not mad that Lizzo won because the Grammys, we've been pissed off about the Grammys forever. So good. I'm glad somebody said BET's got something to work towards now because the Grammys really was so Black last night. And then they brought out Sam Smith and I was like, okay, I had to turn my TV.
Why?
He did this whole demonic.
Yeah.
I was like, what? All right. You just biting off of Lil Nas X, which, it's like, if the devil's your thing, that's good. It ain't my thing. I'm just going to turn. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. I don't even think I said too much. Trevor Noah said something. did a joke where he was on the phone with his mother. No, that was not the actual devil. Yes, yes, mom. I know. Yes, yes, mom. Yes, no. It was really, he did a nice job too. I thought Trevor Noah kept it moving. They had the Grammys with people at tables, so it wasn't like an arena, it was more like a nightclub setting.
Okay.
So he was making his way through the crowd, and Lizzo and Adele sat at the same table. Lizzo with her new boyfriend and Adele with Rich Paul. It was nice.
Okay.
I was like, that's a lot of Torians a lot of bulls at one table.
Who is her boyfriend? I didn't recognize. They're Instagram official now, and I didn't recognize him. Is he?
He's a regular ass black man.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well,
I think so. I don't.
He's dating her, but
All
yeah.
right, let me see. I could be wrong. He probably is a star on something, but no. All right, Lizzo's boyfriend. This is what we're doing in real time. Let me see who he is. Seems like a nice fella. His name. Oh, she said. Oh, Smith said he's a stand-up comic. His comic. His name is Mike Wright, Myke, which is a different spelling. Wright with a W. All right. Oh, he has a Wikipedia page. Okay, and it doesn't just say Lizzo's boyfriend. He's a comedian. He's best known. Smith, let's find some of his stand-up and see if he's actually funny.
He's cute.
Yeah, Smith, let's invite him on the show on a Friday and don't even talk about Lizzo. Let's do that. Yeah, because people should not be just somebody else's appendage. If he's good, let's bring him on. Shoot.